Hey everyone, welcome back to Bleach Brave Souls. And guys, unless you've been living under a rock, you will know that there's going to be a special version of Ulquiorra coming out for the 3rd anniversary. I'll try to play the trailer in the background. We don't know exactly what he looks like yet, but this is going to be an original design by Kubo, or supervised by Kubo. It's never seen before in the anime. It's not a canon version of Ulquiorra, but it is hype nonetheless. Anything Kubo has a hand in is going to be pretty exciting. So for today's video, I wanted to go back and take a look at all the previous versions of Ulquiorra, starting from his original OG that you see in the center, and going all the way up to his most recent version, the Mind Ulquiorra. And these are not going to be full playthroughs. I'm not going to go over the stats and abilities. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the characters and show them off in actual gameplay. So with that out of the way, guys, let's get into it. We're going to start off with the OG himself. This Ulquiorra that you see in the center, he was a first generation character. And by first generation, I mean when the game came out, this original Ulquiorra was there. So his mechanics, the game was very different back then. We didn't have the huge, flashy, strong attacks like we have today. We didn't have the huge ranged normal attacks. It was a very different type of game, as you will see once I get started. But another thing to note about this character is that it's one of the few espadas that got a 6-star, not a 6-star version, that was released as a 5-star in their unreleased state. So the other one is, I think, Xyloporo is the only other one to have an unreleased 5-star version. I guess Yami too, but I don't really count Yami because, it's Yami. You can't really make a 5-star version of its released form because it's freaking huge. But anyway, let's get into the gameplay, guys. Here we go. Alright, so this is original Ulquiorra. Wow, this takes me back, guys. I didn't actually have this character until, he was actually pretty old, but he was still one of the characters I wanted, and I did finally get him on some random ticket or some random, I don't know where I got him actually, to be honest with you, but take a look, guys. Take a look at that normal attack stream. The game, like I said earlier, it was a different type of game back then. Well, it wasn't a different type of game, but it was very different from the way it is now. Back in the day, he was considered pretty decent. And I don't really remember too much about him. That is strong attack 1. Wow. Holy cow, guys. Do you believe we used to play the game like this? Oh my god. That's strong attack 2? Oh my god. Good lord. Oof. And strong attack 3? Wow. Okay, alright. So, yeah. Like I was saying, the game was pretty different back in the day when it first came out. It was not nearly as crazy as it is now. Nowadays, we got full screen strong attacks, huge range normal attacks. Back then, it was like this. And let's try to get some strong attacks in here. Woof, man, oh my god. Granted, the game is harder now as well. The enemies back then weren't quite like this, but it's all relative to scale. I don't know how many of you guys actually played the game back when it was like this, but yeah, it does bring back quite the nostalgia. And if you look at the character model too, I like how on all his attacks, he never takes his hand out of his pocket. So I've always enjoyed that attention to detail that K-Lab puts into their characters. For a lot of people, it's not that important, but for the people that like Bleach and know a little bit about Bleach, to have that attention to detail is really something that makes this game that much more enjoyable. So this is original Ulquiorra. Wow, holy god, this is a throwback Ulquiorra for sure, guys. And I do remember when the 6 stars came out, he was one of the OGs that got Frenzy, so it didn't really help him too much, as you can see. He's not really doing too well. This is a 4-star raid, and it's... ugh. Now let's do a special before we move on to the next character, which will be Segunda Etapa. Here we go, guys. Special. Watch this shit. Oh my god, look at the range! It's like a tiny little laser. Tiny little laser. And the special animation itself, man, back in the day, they were just... I don't want to say it was low effort, but that was as basic of a special as you can get. So anyway, guys, that is original Ulquiorra. Still a nice character for your collection because he is an unreleased version, and he's Ulquiorra. Alright, so moving on, guys. We're getting now to the most significant Ulquiorra that has been released in the game thus far. When this character came out, Segunda Etapa Ulquiorra, I don't think the hype has been equaled to that specific banner since. I mean, the manga banners were pretty hyped, so maybe I shouldn't say that. And so was the final battle with Aizen and Dangai Ichigo. But this was the first huge banner in Bleach Brave Souls. The decisive battle with Ulquiorra, full Hollow Ichigo, and Shuhei for some reason. But this really made Bleach Brave Souls. I don't know. I feel like this was the banner that really blew up Bleach Brave Souls, and they did not disappoint with the characters. At the time they were released, these characters, man, they were just the most OP thing we had ever seen. They had incredible numbers, incredible statistics. The range on all their attacks. Look at that, full screen, almost full screen, third strong attack. We had never seen anything like it. They were just beasts. They were just beasts for their time. And even today, guys, this Ulquiorra can be pretty viable in any kind of PvE scenario, like raids or co-op or anything like that. You know, you stack some of the modern accessories on him, and he's still very usable. The damage, of course, is going to be low compared to the newer characters, but you know, if you wanted to, you could probably make him pretty decent with some link slots. And just look at the mechanics of his strong attacks. Just compared to the OG Ulquiorra we looked at, this was like revolutionary for the game, and it kind of signaled the modern age of Bleach Brave Souls, if I should use terms like that. He was very powerful, and everyone wanted him. I remember a couple of my buddies, Zeno, for instance, he wanted this guy pretty badly. He went in. I don't even know how much money he spent to get this guy, but it was a lot. And I never got the Segunda Etapa when he came out. I got him much later, so you know, I didn't get to experience it. I did try, but it just wasn't in the cards for me. But this character made a huge impact on Bleach Brave Souls. He pretty much changed the game. Him and full Hollow Ichigo, you know, they just made the game a lot more hype than it was already. So this is full Segunda Etapa Ulquiorra, and just look at the character model too. The attention to detail. He's got the wings. He's got the glowing green lance. He still looks amazing to this day, without question. And when they made him 6-star, he did not lag behind. He was still a top tier unit, even at that point when 6-stars came out. When 6-stars came out, he was already a little bit older, but still a top tier unit. The only criticism people had about him really was he wasn't viable in PvP because he was a little bit squishy, easy to kill. He did a lot of damage, but he couldn't take the damage he dished out. So, I mean, but for any kind of PvE content, he was the man. And like I said, still holds up to this day. I mean, that's saying something for a character this old. And I wasn't even really paying attention. I already completed this raid. Let's do the special so you guys can see. Here we go. And there you have it, guys. And you can see that the special from compared to the original Ulquiorra, the progress is being made. The game is getting you know, better. It's getting more attention to detail and stuff like that. So there you have Segunda Etapa Ulquiorra, one of the legends of this game, and yeah, what more can we say? Definitely one of the better characters to ever be produced by Ken. Alright, so the third Ulquiorra we're going to take a look at is the Frenzy Ulquiorra. Now, I don't remember if this was the third Ulquiorra released or if it was the White Day one, but we're going to take a look at this one first anyway. And right off the bat, guys, look at the character model. He's a cool looking character. I personally love the look of first release Ulquiorra. I just think it's badass. I love the wings. I love the sleek design of it. It's just pretty damn cool, man. There's no other way for me to put it. Now, this is a Frenzy character, so everybody could get this character. You just did the specific Frenzy event, and you had this Ulquiorra. And that's a good thing, guys, and a bad thing, because you know, everybody can get him, true, but I kind of feel like they should have used this as a proper, you know, gotcha 5-star character. I kind of feel like he was a little bit wasted by making him Frenzy. But nevertheless, I'm glad he's in the game. This character has the strong attack damage plus 18% and dodge 9% soul trait. So he's kind of useless these days. Dodge isn't really relevant anymore ever since the introduction of damage reduction. But still, nevertheless, a pretty cool character to have just for your collection. If we take a look, you know, normal attacks, nothing special there. He does have a mix of his strong attacks, or he has 2 melee strong attacks and 1 ranged, so that's kind of nice, I guess. I don't know. That strong attack too. Alright, I'm getting hit already. You have to excuse me, guys. And strong attack 1. I mean, you know, for a free character, you can never really complain too much about a free character. That 3rd strong attack is somewhat legit. I mean, the 1st strong attack isn't bad either because it's on such a short cooldown. And this ranged one, you know, it's alright, but nothing really special to talk about here. By this time, we had more modern characters, so something like this wasn't really impressing anyone. But yeah, this is Frenzy Ulquiorra. The first release Ulquiorra, I mean, if they were to release a 5-star, proper 5-star version of this character that was strong, I think it would still be popular. Let me know what you guys think. Would you go for it? Like a proper first release Ulquiorra? I bet you a lot of people would, because you know, this is one of the more popular characters in the entire series. I prefer this look to his Segunda Tapa, to be honest with you. Not really too much more else to say about it. Let's do his special real quick. Here we go. And I think it's just a reskin of the OG Ulquiorra special. They kind of just added some wings to it. So it's not really that great either. But if you wanted to see it, here he is. Frenzy Ulquiorra. Kind of a character that's, in my opinion, had some wasted potential, but nevertheless, a cool character. So next up, we have this character you see here, the White Day version of Ulquiorra, the only seasonal variant of Ulquiorra thus far. And guys, this is actually a pretty legit character. He has what you see here, a self-heal, which is kind of odd. He's one of the few characters to have a heal that doesn't affect the whole team, it only affects him. So it's kind of weird, but kind of good at the same time. It's also a pretty decent strong attack. And this character is a frenzy character. And something that's significant about him is that he came out at a time when K-Lab was just starting to make seasonal characters powerful. Before the Christmas Halibel and Christmas Xyloporo, or Xyloporo, the seasonal characters, they weren't that strong. So this is the second banner, I believe, where K-Lab had started making the seasonal characters strong. And this Ulquiorra, his soul trait is damage reduction 16%. So he's still relevant today, even if it's just as a link. And guys, look at the strong attacks. He's still a usable character, you know, if you wanted to use him for raids or anything. Just because of that damage reduction soul trait, the self-heal, he's a pretty decent auto character. You know, you give this guy some link slots, he might be able to do some stuff you wouldn't typically be able to do. But as you can see, guys, the gameplay mechanics on this character are still very good, still very relevant. His numbers and stuff aren't great anymore, but when he came out, he was a very good character. You know, he doesn't really work that well in PvP, especially now. I know I tried him a little bit in PvP and he wasn't that great. He's more of a stall character. He could survive for a long time, but other than that, he wasn't going to help you out too much. But, you know, still a fun character to have. And look, I mean, it's Ulquiorra wearing a suit, so, I mean, like, how can you complain? Another thing about this character is, to this point, he is... all the Ulquiorras we've seen so far have been hard. So, I mean, finally we have a non-hard Ulquiorra. He is technique. Unbelievable. And yeah, I didn't remember, but the heal actually is a legit strong attack, so that's kind of nice. But the trade-off is that it doesn't hit the rest of the team. You know, if they did make this character a team healer, oh my god, he might still be relevant today. Maybe not so much because of Bururu. But that just healed back all the damage. but you know, he'd still be a viable alternative as a healer. And you know, if you're a person that has like problems like surviving in co-op, you know, use this character. He's not that bad. He's got a self-heal, you know, he's got damage reduction. He's pretty durable. So let's just check out his special, and then we'll move on to the final Ulquiorra. Here we go, guys. Special.
俺からのお返しだ。お前に断る権利はない。
Boom! There you go, guys. That boy looked good. I ain't gonna lie, that boy looked good. So, there you have it, guys. White Day Ulquiorra. Now we have arrived at the final version of Ulquiorra that is in the game, the most current version of Ulquiorra in the game, and it is a remake of Segunda Etapa Ulquiorra. As you can see, he's a mind character, and what can I say about this guy? He is, oh my god, this character, guys, he's a freaking beast. There's just really no drawbacks to him, and I went back and looked at when he was released, guys, and this character is almost a year old at this point, and he's still a top tier unit. As you can see, he's ranged. He has a great set of moves. We'll show it to you here. The range aspect makes him really like a safe character to use. You can keep your distance. He also has, for strong attack 2, a moving vortex, which is just OP, guys. Like, for any type of raid or co-op where you need crowd control, a moving vortex is just freaking amazing. This character does also have frenzy, so he hits hard. His vortex will hit 1,000,000 times, and to top it off, he has a charged 3rd strong attack, which is pretty much like a mini special. And it hits directly in front of him. You'll wipe out. I mean, this guy, man, he is just so strong, and the soul trait on him is perfect as well. He has the strong attack recharge soul trait, so if you load him up with all 14 recharge, you can just fire off strong attacks like there's no tomorrow. There's not many drawbacks I can talk about when we're speaking about this character. I mean, he's just amazing, guys. He's amazing, and he's a year old. You know, the power creep, I don't think it's affected him at all. You know, maybe his numbers are a little bit lower than the most current characters, but I mean, he makes up for it with the mechanics of his moveset. Moving vortex, what? Charge attack 2? Oh my god! And he has the recharge soul trait. He has frenzy. He has burn on his special. Like, there is, like, I mean, I can't rave enough about this character, about how good he is. For guild quests, he is an MVP. Anytime there's a mind where you have to use a mind character for guild quest, this is probably one of the guys you want to use. Anytime there's something like that requires you to finish in a certain amount of time, he's probably the guy you want to use as well. Just an amazing overall character. Definitely still one of the top tier mind units in the game, and which is saying quite a bit because, you know, like I said, he's over a year old. So, guys, that's about it for this retrospective. Let's fire off a special so you guys can see. The special has burn too. I didn't mention that, I don't think. Like, what does he not have? And he looks dope to boot. So, you know, if you were thinking about doing a mind 10-10-10 character, this is not a bad option. Wow, and look at the special, guys. The special animation, full screen special, does burn. It's an amazing animation. Like, you can really see the progression of, you know, the Ulquiorra special move animations. You know, starting with the OG, which is very basic and boring, and then culminating with this one, which is just, you know, epic as fuck. So that's about it for the gameplay, guys. Let's wrap it up. So I hope you enjoyed this quick retrospective. Yes, I'm using those big words, of Ulquiorra in Bleach Brave Souls. The character, clearly he has been not neglected. Every version of him has been like good to outstanding for their time. Even OG Ulquiorra, you look at him today and he's like, oh god, this character is terrible. But you gotta remember, back in the day, guys, he was actually pretty decent. And, you know, Segunda Etapa, the first version, the Heart version, that was a game changer. The latest version as well, the Mind Ulquiorra, still a top tier unit, even after being out for almost a year. The White Day Ulquiorra, I mean, not a lot of people talk about him, but still an excellent character. An excellent character Link. You know, he's damage reduction in technique. He has a self-heal, he has frenzy. Just a great character overall. But nobody really talks about him. You know, he's kind of been, surpassed by other units that do the same thing. But still a very fun character. If you would want to use him, he's still viable, in my opinion. And then we have the Frenzy Ulquiorra, probably the one that got shafted the most. I wouldn't say shafted because he's free, but he didn't really have a great Frenzy soul trait like the Frenzy Byakuya or the Frenzy Yoruichi. Mainly because dodge, it kind of fell to the side because of damage reduction. Nobody uses dodge anymore, so therefore that character is kind of irrelevant. But still a very cool looking character, if nothing else. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the Ulquiorras. The new one is coming out pretty soon, maybe less than 10 days. They're going to have a big reveal on the Bankai live stream. You're not going to want to miss that, guys. It's in the in-game news, the time and the date. So that will be when the Kubo Ulquiorra will be revealed, and I'm excited to see it. And hopefully he's everything the hype is, hyping him up to be. I'm sure he's going to be amazing, if you judge by the past Ulquiorras. So that's all I have for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.